This is Ron from Super 8 to Video. Do you have films that look like this or this, but you know you threaded the film correctly into the machine? This video shows how to fix jumpy, jerky, or unstable films in the Wolverine MovieMaker machines and their lookalikes like the Magnasonic. Two machines I had were giving me this problem. Both machines started acting up within hours of each other. Both machines had copied well over 100 films before this problem occurred. So I took one of them apart and broke it. This is me trying to repair what I broke. Funny thing is, it was not the machines that were the problem. It was this right here, the SD cards. When I figured this out, I went to Walmart and bought a brand new SD card and paid roughly $7 for it. But within 5 films, it started doing the same thing. So I formatted the card in the machine and it worked fine for a few films, then back to jerky films again. I have since done some research and found out it is the controller chip on the card that is more than likely the culprit. You can buy the same brand and card, and if when making the chip they had supply issues with the controller, they will substitute a different controller on the SD card. So you have what you think are identical chips, but really they are not. To make matters even more complicated, there are people buying low-end SD cards and spray painting brand names on them and then selling them on the internet. Sometimes they are not even the same size. They say they are. I have seen supposedly 1 terabyte chips for sale that are not even close to this size. After doing my research, I settled on these Lexar chips. I called Lexar to make sure these chips being sold on Amazon were authentic, because there was one comment claiming they were not. Lexar confirmed it is their chips and not some knockoff. Lexar also told me they have had no supply problems with the controllers on these chips, so they should be all identical. When you have stability problems like shown in this video, try formatting the card in your machine first. If that doesn't work, before you buy a card from my Amazon link, try formatting it on your computer. If you follow the coming information, it will more than likely fix your problem. On my computer, I formatted an SD card in all the sizes available under FAT32, then tried it in all 4 of my machines. They all, and I mean all, came up cluster size wrong, except with 32 kilobyte and 64 kilobyte sizes. I suspect this is true of any machine that looks similar to the Wolverine. All 4 of my machines, the Wolverine Pro and the older belt-driven 720p machine bought in August 2016, my white box machine, and the Magnasonic, formatted the cards in 32 kilobyte allocation size. What I am now about to say is only true if your card is 2 gigabytes or less. One has to choose FAT, not FAT32. FAT32 is a choice, but it does not allow you to choose 32 or 64 kilobyte allocation size in FAT32. However, FAT does allow you to choose 32 or 64 kilobyte size, and it will work in the machines. So make sure you choose FAT and not FAT32 for these smaller cards. On my computer, when I choose the FAT32 default size Windows suggests, the computer formats the card in 16 kilobyte allocation size, so it will not work in any of my machines. Wolverine's tech department suggests the 32 kilobyte allocation size, so try that first. If that does not work, do not give up yet. Try the 64 kilobyte size. The advantage of this larger size is the controller puts each fragment in half as many clusters, so it makes it easier on the controller. That is my belief anyway. I know for myself I will choose the 64 kilobyte size from now on. If I have problems, I will let you know. I compared the 32 kilobyte and 64 kilobyte allocation size to each other. Both sizes worked on all my machines, and I visually could discern no difference in picture quality or stability. When you try these fixes, please comment on this video how it turned out for you, whether it fixed your problem or did not fix the problem, so others can see the results. If you have a micro SD card in an adapter, Wolverine says on page 4 of my old belt-driven machine, micro SD cards with an adapter are not compatible with the MovieMaker. I have found that my 8 gigabyte micro SD card works just fine with my Pro machine and the belt-driven machine. Before you buy a Lexar card through my affiliate link, if you have a micro SD and adapter lying around, it could not hurt to give it a try. Choose FAT if it is 2 gigabytes or less, and FAT32 if the micro SD card is 4 gigabytes or more. The same 32 or 64 kilobyte allocation size must still be applied. Use SDHC cards of 32 gigabytes or less. Do not confuse them with the newer SDXC cards, because those cards will not work in the Wolverine type machines. I suggest buying SD cards in pairs. So, if you have stability issues in the future, you can quickly check if it is a card issue by putting in the other card. This just might save you from tinkering with the machine and breaking it, like I did mine. In a second, you will see the moon setting. By clicking on the card link that appears as the moon sets, it will take you to a very detailed video I did on formatting a card on the computer. This is Ron from Super 8 to Video, signing off.